feedback I have received from my target audience has enabled me to integrate suggestions and inclinations collected within various surveys and analysations conducted throughout the formation of my music video. This target audience ranges from 15 to 19-year-olds, of whom is stereotypically associated with pop-punk genre. Youth identity is a collective perception formed by society, of which encompasses deviant behaviour, rebellion, breaking the law, and refusing to obey social obligations. These themes are reinforced by famous bands such as Blink-182, Good Charlotte and Sum 41, with lyrics that use vulgar language, nudity and immaturity to entice adolescents to act in a similar way. The target audience will hence fall into the demographic of either C1, C2, D or even E, encompassing students and manual labourers, as wealthier, more privileged audiences find it difficult to relate to the struggles surrounding the lyrics within the genre. Furthermore, a significant proportion of the public are categorised within these demographics due to the average person being middle or lower class, thereby making up a large percentage of society. In the introductory phases of my research, I conducted 2 surveys that asked our target audience their opinions on advertisement techniques, finances, intrigue of an album cover, effectiveness of social media, and so forth. The responses I received provided crucial feedback, of which I implemented into my secondary planning stages, revising my feedback and structuring my product based upon the target audience preferences. This incorporated the fact that the majority of such audiences felt a narrative concept would adhere to the genre much more than a performance-based video. Therefore, we decided to create a narrative, however use performance throughout the chorus to reflect the band's thirst to provide their passion for music. The narrative provides a coming-of-age journey following an adolescent male struggling to cope with the fact that the girl he's in love with does not share such feelings. This conforms to the stereotypes of youth, as he is depicted as both naive and impetuous, reflected as he smashes his phone in anger. In addition, the target audience stated that images of the artists reflected their personalities, therefore creating a late relationship between the viewer and their idolised perception of the band. I used this feedback and took cover photos within the filming location, highlighting the main character. I then proceeded to use sullen colours such as black and beige to conform to the dejected tone of the song, whilst also adhering to the overall genre that the song is categorised within. Audience feedback is fundamental in creating a product that conforms and appeals to target audiences. Due to this, I conducted an audience feedback on the first draft of our music video. Using various candidates provided a plethora of opinions and reflections, diversifying my options as to how to improve the product. Whilst the conceptual ideology and use of time lapses intrigued our audiences, concerns regarding the performance arose due to the lack of chord variation, which made it very difficult to believe that the band were actually playing the song. This was a valid point, of which I would revise, and if I were to create the music video in the future, potentially learning the chords of the song and mimicking those to further incorporate realism into these scenes. Whilst conducting audience feedback on my main task production, I also felt it necessary to collect feedback on my digipack and album covers in an attempt to enhance the effectiveness of these visual accompaniments. The overall response to both were that I had successfully used conventions of pop punk, such as relevant font, use of colour, and outlining band members. However, diversifying the placement of font and imagery was a common topic of discussion, as the audience felt that the typography was too centralised, providing a uniform perception of the genre, when in actuality, the genre reflects unique and irrational connotations. Therefore, scattering the typography across the page may echo the genre's conventions further and provide me with a more suitable cover and higher grade.